being a little insecure as a kid, and I was very insecure. I wanted to kind of fit in because I wanted to, with the cool kids. Well, a lot of times the cool kids had more athletic ability and talent than I did. They were getting more ice time. They were bigger, taller, stronger, faster than I was, and they would coast. So I'm like, well, I'm just doing what they're doing. Well, I'm telling you, if that's what your kiddo's doing and you see that as a parent, you got to let them know you've got to stand out from the crowd. Now, I already had the work ethic. From the farm, I just needed to apply it. And I needed a coach to tell me. And I'm very grateful that Coach mentioned that. So what did I do? I started standing out, man. Every single drill, I gave it everything I had because I realized it was coming from my dad as well. And he had flat out said, look, you work hard on the farm, work hard on the ice, or we're not paying for you to play anymore. Growing up, like I mentioned, kind of poor, times were tough financially. And hockey is not an inexpensive sport. It's very expensive. So I had the seed planted that I love this game, but this could be, any given time, could be the last time I step on the ice because we may not be able to afford it. And that's when, bang, kind of funny, I'm talking about this. I got a shirt on that says, flip the switch. That's exactly what happened. Flip that switch, man. I started giving all I got. Now, was it easy? No, because now I'm starting to stand out and starting to get noticed. But then I got a little bit of a bullying and abuse in the locker room. You'd be like, oh, Richie, who do you think you are? Oh, you're making us look bad. And I'm like, holy cow, I can't win here. And I'm telling you that because that may happen. So that's why you have to keep that communication chain open with your kiddo there. They want the ice time. They got to be willing to work for it. But at the same time, tell them in advance by doing these things and it's not like you're trying to show anybody up. Everything I was trying to do was just to get noticed. I wanted to get noticed because I wanted ice time. I wanted the coach to trust me. So every time I was on the ice, I had in my mind, this might be the last shift I ever get because I know what it's like to sit the bench. And I didn't want to go back to sitting the bench. And as I got older, I kept that attitude and kept that mindset up. And every team I was on, I was always one of the shortest, smallest guys. But gosh darn it, I soon became one of the fastest guys. Now, I'm not telling you this to brag or to boast. I'm just telling you that I had limited athletic ability and talent. I mean, I had some, but size was not there. But I always got rules, penalty kill, power play, all the special teams late in the games. Why? Gain the coach's trust. And of course, that flipped a switch in my brain. When I start coaching, that's what I'm going to look for. There's always going to be kids that are more talented. And you've heard me talk about this before. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Kind of a motto I've lived by my whole life. And that's the motto I want you to still in your kiddos there. And then ask, when they're in practice, watch them. Ask them, hey, why'd you stop short of the line? Why'd you, when the coach wasn't looking, you kind of coasted? Don't do those things. Because there's an old saying, it's kind of a military term. When the coach isn't looking, that's when they're watching the most. And if we can't trust a player in practice, there's no way in the world we're going to trust him in a crucial game situation. So what's the number one thing holding most kids back? Energy, attitude, body language. I mean, all those kind of work together. And body language, if the coach is talking to you, tell the kiddo they need to be focused. Have them work with you on that. When you're talking to them, tell them they need to look in your eyes so they fully understand. Therefore, they've got your undivided attention. They know exactly what you're saying. They're looking at you, not distracted by all the surroundings. Put the doggone phone down. Why? You're training them. So when the coach is talking to them, they do that. They look instead of, I know, head down, shoulders forward, slumping. Nobody likes that. It's terrible body language, terrible posture, terrible attitude. That's not a way to gain a coach's trust. Shoulders back, head up. And when a coach talks to you, yes, coach. Working with countless coaches over all the decades have been around the game and coaching, one thing none of us like is when we tell a kid something, we're trying to help them, and then they say, yeah, I know. Well, gosh darn it, if you knew, why'd you do it? So train your kiddos. Share this with them. Tell them, when a coach talks to you, just say, yes, coach, and move forward. And I get it. As teenagers know everything about everything about everything. And I talk to the kids in the locker room this exact same way that I'm talking right now, kind of sharing this with the parents so you can share this